You throw it in reverse, hit the gas. You're not as familiar with this car as you'd like to be. You let off the gas a little early. The back of the car crunches as it slams against that garage door, removing Elizabeth from cover, unfortunately, as that car moves. However, you see the garage door start to lift. Elizabeth, you feel the lock click in your hands as you see those distant siren lights, and then you hear it, a loud, sickening, awful crunch as Charlotte slams the car into the lift. 2 successes is more than enough. This thing is not meant to withstand something like this. The lift starts to bend over and crash. As it does so, Ulrika, your hands close around the throat of this individual. They levy a shot at you, and they wing you, only dealing 1 damage. However, you both go down as this happens.
What Ulrika would like to do, which might not be the smartest thing, is she would want to fucking kill them. Like, I think she would. I'm just going to descend on this motherfucker and eat him.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
And I don't care if he dies.
All right, yeah, awesome. Hello and welcome to another episode of Court of Cups. I am so excited to dive into our spooky story for today. Before we get started, let's go around and introduce our ghouls and gals, as well as who they're playing on the show. I love how punny I have already been. Tabitha, take it away.
Hello, I'm Tabitha, or Tabby. I play Ulrika Draeger, who is a Bruja. She's a hacker. She's charismatic, and she's in a spot of trouble. If you can't tell.
No way.
Just a flesh wound.
You look amazing, by the way. I love it. Holly.
Hello, I'm Holly.
What a contrast.
I know. I play Elizabeth Wonder, a Toreador vampire wine mom. I'm currently in my tea parlor, not caring about anything.
I love the cup. Love it.
It's not Starbucks.
It's not Starbucks. It's Court of Cups. Patrick.
I am Patrick Groome of Patrick_Groome fame, and I play Dogfood of Clan Gangrel, who is down for biting necks and disrespect. That one came from Jeff Raven from the Club PA Discord. Anyone could submit jokes? Please do.
Please. It's great.
Can we take offers for all of the characters, or is it just you?
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, we can do a full,
open call.
Absolutely something we can do. Call for jokes. I'd kill Jasmine.
It's always, I thought I was cheesy with ghouls and gals, and then you're like, lactose intolerant viewers, please beware.
That wasn't even a pun. Diarrhea. It just rhymed.
And then it's just cheese. The cheesiest. Velveeta.
I don't think Velveeta is cheese, though.
Is it?
I think it's plastic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got something in it that's not
even
gross.
Better. You know what? I like it even better then. Lydia, take it away. The non-cheesiest cheese.
Uh-oh.
My name's Lidija. I play Dr. Charlotte Lamb, who's a triple threat, organivore, psychiatrist, Macavian, also a beige Mercedes enthusiast.
And your beige Mercedes is actually intact, which I guess brings us to, I should probably introduce myself. I'm Jasmine, that bronze girl Bhullar, and I am your storyteller for this chronicle. Last we found our coterie investigating a auto body shop. This was very difficult for me because I don't know anything about cars, but here we are.
You should have just asked me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, nothing. I know nothing about cars. They were looking for information regarding one of the members, one of the, I guess, like leadership members of that I think you followed them. I'm gonna need your help.
No, I hacked their address.
You hacked their address, yes.
From the car, and we found this garage.
Mm-hmm. And you had taken the full computer, I think, and put it in the trunk of the beige Mercedes. and you were investigating the garage area of the
Mhm.
shop when you were attacked.
Mhm.
Ulrika is currently trapped in a car that has been, well, it was raised on a lift. The person who attacked you got sort of the drop on you and was like perched almost like a sniper at a superior vantage point. You managed to track where they were shooting from, and you climbed up there, jumped up there using soaring leap, and a scuffle ensued while you were on the hood of the car. Charlotte decided to try to help you out, I guess, and rammed another car in the shop into the I guess the lift holding the first car up. It has now collapsed over, basically wedging the door shut behind this individual who attacked you. They tried to open the door, but it, like, to describe it, here's the wall, here's the car, so there's no way to get through there. It's at a very awkward angle. Ulrika dived into the car, bloodied, beaten, and very allergic to silver, to try to kill this person once and for all, fueled more by rage than by anything else at this juncture. To give the audience an idea. Wait, can the audience see everyone's hunger and health?
No. Oh, they can see hunger. They can't see health.
Okay. Ulrika, out of 5 maximum health, is at 3 superficial and 2 aggravated damage. So
I'm fucked up.
Pretty fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty hungry, pretty battered, pretty angry, pretty beaten. Meanwhile, you unfortunately tripped some alarms and caused a little bit of a disturbance with all the sound. And the local police authority has arrived. They pulled up in 2 cars. Dogfood very quickly turned into their dog form and leapt in front of one of the cars, kind of feigning an injury. They only took 1 damage as the car could not screech to a halt before hitting them. And they're currently playing dead in the road. 2 of the cops have popped out of one of the cars to go check on the dog. And 2 are standing by their neighboring patrol car as they came to a stop as well, just a few feet from the auto body shop. I believe Elizabeth has posted up in the entrance to be prepared to sort of waylay them. And Charlotte.
Oh,
yeah,
just like that. Yeah.
Oh my stars!
Charlotte, I believe, is it's still inside the garage. So this is the situation we find ourselves in. Unfortunately, with time, we had to cut right at the
right when I was about to get deaded.
Yeah. So combat happens basically kind of all at once, but we decide what we're going to do before we go into it. So you have one officer kind of walking towards you, Dogfood. Bubba is in the car in the beige Mercedes, if I remember correctly, but the door is open. And you're laying on the floor, I think, basically playing dead. But the car did actually hit you, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
they did a driving roll and they couldn't control the car.
I have toughness on.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. So it hit you, but you're playing it up, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
One of the officers has gotten out of the car and is rushing over to see what they can do. His partner is standing nearby. And then the other patrol car on your, I guess for you, on your left has come to a stop. What do you all do?
Well, I'm still trying to make it look as though I need urgent assistance. I'm hoping that I can get them to kind of turn around or something, put me in their car and drive me away. Fuck knows what happens after that. But just really playing it up. So giving a good performance of needing medical attention. You
are about an hour out from daylight.
Oh shit.
Yeah, a couple hours out from daylight tops. You can't be sure, but your night's excursions. You've been out you've been out here for a while because. Oh, that was the part I missed out in our recap. Prior to coming here, you met up with Mari at the very beginning of the evening. Went to a cafe, met a very unique creature in Ravenna Park. I believe even fed on someone, had a bit of a snack, reunited with Bubba and then came over. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then you took quite a bit of time at the garage as well.
All these damn computers we had to get.
Yeah, time is at a little bit of a premium. I do feel like I should mention that before. But I mean, getting in the car is not an option that's barred to you by any means. It might actually be a way to get indoors before anything else happens for the night.
So yeah, I'm just going to be kind of like, I might try and kind of get up and sadly like walk over to them and then collapse.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And because I don't want them to go, oh, the dog's dead, put it in the trunk.
Right.
We'll deal with it later.
Drop
I want
it
them
in
to be
a
like,
river.
oh no, something has to be done about this dog.
Right. Okay. So you want to play dead and kind of play that part up. All right. Perfect. Elizabeth?
I can't see them from where I am, really, can I?
You can't see into the garage, but you're actually standing near the entrance of the door that I believe you locked. But it is glass, so you can see like the lights of the cop cars. You might actually, from where you're at, from your vantage, even be able to see one full cop car and Dogfood in the road. It would be the one on the left that is a little bit out of your.
All right. Well, if they stopped, I'm not gonna go interfere Dogfood's plans because, like, she obviously has a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
kind of.
Fingers crossed.
Because yeah, I could run up there and be like, "Oh, that's my dog." I'm debating whether or not to just like make this worse and just start acting hysterical.
And that might make it better.
Yeah.
And they've got two things they've got to fucking worry about.
That's true.
The breaking and entering that they're.
That's true. I can just, you know what? That's a good idea. I'll just like run out of the building and run up to the cops and be like, I'm trying to think. Oh man. All right, I'll just run to the cops and just be like, "Oh no, have you, sirs, have you seen my dog anywhere? My dog. I seem to have lost my companion. Oh my god!" And I'll look at Dogfood and just like start like bawling.
Oh no!
Like, oh no, Lassie, my dog.
Perfect. Okay.
My sweet
I'm trying to crawl towards.
Oh no, my Lassie's been hit by a car. Who did this? Just like sobbing.
Oh my god.
Around.
Perfect. All right, Charlotte.
Just any kind of the biggest scene that I can make so that these cops are just like, uh-oh.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, you did. Oh wait, no, you're not. Never mind.
Ulrika is, she's still in the car, injured, right?
Yeah.
I'm up. I'm still in the car. Like I had tried to attack dude, and he stabbed me. So we're like against the wall side of the car.
Okay, and he's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to try to help you out, and
I don't know what you're talking about. Do I look like I need help? No, I'm just checking.
You see his face?
I can handle it.
Gosh, mom. No.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get his eye contact and mesmerize him, which I think I need to do a rouse check.
Right. It's going to be difficult for you to do so to get eye contact because of the position that you're in. So their back is to the door, and Ulrika is on top of them.
Okay.
So you would be. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like getting eye contact is going to be incredibly difficult given that they're currently like grappling each other.
Okay. No, that makes sense. And then the door that they're against is like along a wall, right?
Yes.
And so there's no access point because it's just like Ulrika on top of this person.
Yeah. I mean, you could get into the car from that door left open by Ulrika, but then she would still. Like you could attempt to pull her off, or you could attempt to do something like that. But getting eye contact is going to be difficult because I believe, if I remember correctly, he pulled a knife and it's like currently wedged in Ulrika's like sternum.
Okay.
So they are in like they're up close personal like grappling.
All right, I'm gonna try to see. Okay, I'm gonna walk over and hopefully, if I can find a flathead screwdriver on my way.
Okay, yeah.
And try to get in the car, and pull Ulrika to me, and then also like kind of try to stab them with the screwdriver.
For sure, yeah. You were actually, I think a bunch of tools got knocked over on a stand you were at. I think you picked up a wrench or something last round, so we could easily say there's a screwdriver here. That would not be difficult for you to find. So it'll be more of for you. It'll come down to that grapple check. All right.
I'm rooting for you.
All right. Now the moment of truth. Ulrika, what would you like to do?
So I tried to go for his neck or whatever. He stabs me. And so we're just kind of like, our faces are like probably this close apart.
Yeah, they're pretty close. It's like probably a little bit more than that because he tried to insert some distance using that knife. So it's more like arm's length, not socially distanced though.
You're right. So how do I heal some of my superficial damage, and how many turns does that take up, or does it take up a turn, or
you can attempt to heal here. The difficulty comes from how hungry you're going to get.
Yes,
because you are at 4 hunger. So rousing the blood at this point would be a little difficult.
Right, because I could just immediately go into frenzy and not have any control.
Yeah, so you could heal, from my understanding, as long as I'm interpreting the rules correctly, you can heal during combat. I'm pretty sure. And you would heal your superficial wounds according to your blood potency. So you would just do a rouse check, see if you get hungrier, and you would automatically heal as many superficial as you have blood potency.
I'm trying to think if I want to risk getting frenzied to heal.
What's the worst that can happen in the situation you're in?
If I frenzy?
Yeah.
That's true. Because if I frenzy, I might just go nuts on this dude and kill him, right? Like, all right, I'll try it.
And like dinner's right below you, literally.
Yes,
you have
right
dinner like in your hand.
I got hungry.
Okay. So you were at 5. All right.
5 hunger.
So at 5 hunger.
And I'm at 2 superficial now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Oh, do you have a blood potency of 1?
Yes.
You do, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, instead of let me just note it here.
I'm not spatial like Elizabeth.
Okay, so
I
now
got that old
where you're at. Wait, did this update on here? Sorry.
Yeah, I already got it. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. So
she's like, wait.
Now where you're at, it would take 3 superficial damage to knock you into torpor. So
Okay.
you're in better shape than you were.
Okay.
On top of rousing your blood, do you do any physical actions this round?
I would like to try to
block, attack.
He's already got the knife in me. I think I want to put my hands around his, right?
Okay.
To kind of just hold them there, and then just go towards him at it, or like, well, maybe just one on his hand and one on the, like, try to grab him from the back and pull him closer, and then eat his face.
Okay.
Or neck, whatever I come in contact with. I don't care.
Yeah, at the point you're at, you probably wouldn't.
A nose, an ear.
See. Give me a second here.
No problem.
I feel like it's a good thing you don't have old blood though, because then your aesthetic isn't just dusty lace.
There's nothing wrong with some dusty lace.
Dusty blood covered lace.
I'm going to say for the podcast that the reason that I have developed a lisp is that I'm wearing my cool vampire fangs.
I have mine in too, and they kind of make me talk funny.
I think Holly's is slightly better than mine because it's
Mine are just
less
tinier.
prominent.
Yeah,
I'm
the
upset
big
'cause my
ones, I
custom
can't
ones
like.
don't fit anymore.
Oh no.
Well, I got Invisalign, so now my teeth
Oh,
are
yeah.
different. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Um,
Yeah,
Jasmine's currently doing homework. Hold on.
I am.
That's
doing
fine.
homework.
For the podcast, we're doing homework.
You're doing homework.
I've
Because I went
worn
and
the
made it
big.
complicated.
I'm trying to understand, like, sorry, this is like such a weird, it's like one of those things that doesn't come up that often, but I was trying to remember so at Hunger 5, I believe, if you fail your next rouse check, that's when you have to do a willpower check to see if you enter frenzy, but not when you hit Hunger 5.
Got it.
I was just
Okay.
clarifying that rule because it's
Yes.
one that I mess up all the time because I'm like, you're Hunger 5. You're definitely
You're bananas.
You're in frenzy now. But that's not the case. It's like, so getting a taste of blood while at Hunger 4 or higher, you have to make a willpower check. And then failing a rouse check at Hunger 5, you have to make a higher difficulty willpower check. So you're fine for this round.
Okay.
However, when you attempt to bite his face this round, that would count. If you succeed on that will count as like as having to make that attempt. But that difficulty is lower than if you fail your next rouse check. So yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure.
That's fine.
I don't know anymore. Okay. All right. So we get this underway. So everything happens kind of like in a flash, Charlotte. I'm going to have you assemble your dice pool first. Although this is kind of happening simultaneously. So for you, because you're attempting to pull Ulrika back while stabbing this individual, for you, it's going to be, let's see, you're climbing up and diving down. So we'll do a dexterity plus, I guess we'll do athletics in your case because you don't have any dots in brawl. So we'll use a measure of how quickly you can get up there and how quickly you can throw Ulrika off balance, essentially. Ulrika, for you, we're gonna have you do. At this point, this has become brute strength. You're like pulling this person into you, trying to get close to them. So we'll do strength and then your. Oh, you don't have any dots in brawl or grapple. So we'll do your strength and then let's see.
Survival.
Let's go with intimidation actually.
Or intimidation? Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with intimidation. I am a kind storyteller.
Thank you.
And then okay, so for Elizabeth, you're going outside and you're going to attempt to basically, I guess, appeal to the empathy or the sympathy of these people. For you, I'm going to have you roll your manipulation and your performance. And
those are things I'm good at.
Yeah. And for Dogfood, honestly, I don't think you have to roll. The car hit you.
Yeah.
So
pretty convincing.
Yeah, that's like if you limp, they're going to believe that. So I think that's the car did hit you last round. So I don't see why they wouldn't believe that. Why any reasonable individual wouldn't believe that you were injured. All right, so go ahead and roll and give me your rolls or your number of successes, and I will roll for everyone else.
I have one success.
I apparently don't have anything in performance, so I only have 4 in manipulation. So I rolled 0 successes.
Oh no! Did you want to risk or take a willpower damage and re-roll up to 3 of those failures?
Yeah, because that's I realize I don't have. I guess I'm not very performative. I'm more into just persuading people. Okay, so that's 2. So 2 successes.
Okay, perfect.
And then I roll, because I re-rolled it. So I'll mark my willpower down. I keep feeling my bangs like slipping over. I'm like, no, I don't have hairspray in my house.
I'm down to the travel can that I had for traveling for PAX because I was like, I don't want to go to buy anymore. I don't really, except for this.
All right, so Charlotte got 1 success. Elizabeth got 2 successes. I got 6 successes.
Ugh. Why?
That's not good.
I did a willpower push and I won all 3. What did
Ulrika,
you
what's your
roll?
new character going to be?
Ah! I had 3.
3. Okay. All right.
I don't know if I want to go spilling willpower on this. Should I? I don't know. I can't. It's all blood.
I mean, you
Never
can't
mind.
take it with you.
Yeah, it's all blood dye at this,
Yeah, it's all
at this
blood dye, I
point.
can't.
You're hungry.
Yeah.
So
You can't take it with you.
outside the garage, you know, you Dogfood attempts to like limp and kind of like sell this image. Elizabeth comes, unlocks the door and comes bursting out of the office area of this garage, in tears. And like, oh, my Lassie.
Lassie.
The person that was attempting to like sort of like come over and take a look at you, like sees you get up and starts walking, and is like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. It fell in the road. And their partner goes from like, you could tell they were about to be like upset with you, Elizabeth,
Right.
for having your dog off leash in the middle of the night. But upon seeing how upset you are, their demeanor changes a little bit.
Okay, good.
And they're immediately like, oh my God, it was dark. No one could see. And it, they both kind of like rush over to you. One of the cops from the other patrol car is like kind of looking, has his like hand still on his piece, and is like looking towards the direction of the garage and looks at his partner, and he's like, how do you want to handle this? And they all kind of start to like deliberate on what to do.
Okay.
The 4th officer, the female officer with the red hair, she's kind of like, well, we got to get the dog to the vet, and they're all like kind of standing there trying to debate what to do. And
Can
that-
I?
Mhm.
Who can I get eye contact with anyone?
Yes, the 2 that are kind of standing over by Dogfood on that cop car that's on the right, you can definitely get eye contact with one or both of them.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll try and get eye contact with whoever's looking at me first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just try and I'll try and mesmerize, or like give them like a command. Like I think that's what mesmerize is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like tell them something like, I just want to be like, like, oh, you didn't lock up the jail cell back at your precinct.
Oh, okay.
You
yeah.
forgot to lock the cell.
You left the stove on.
Yeah, you left the stove on.
That's the equivalent.
I'm giving them like a left the stove on, and then as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to look at the other person and give them the same command, so they both think the same thing.
Okay, perfect. So you'll be able to get one this round for sure. Yeah, and then you'll have to get the other one the next round. You'll just need a rouse check, and then your manipulation and dominate.
Okay. Oh, I'm not hungry. Not hungry.
You only have to beat a 2.
Okay.
They're too easy. 6 dice.
Okay, so that's 2. That's 2 successes. So.
Okay, so a tie goes to the vampire that's sort of like currently acting. So it works.
Okay.
Make eye contact with this individual, and you say you left the precinct unlocked.
Yes.
You left the stove running.
Yeah.
Immediately the command that like it basically clicks in his mind, because usually this is like go back to the precinct. He understands. He's like, oh shit, I left the precinct unlocked. Hooligans could get in there.
Oh, tons.
And probably even create some type of vandalisms.
Yeah.
Toilet paper in the trees on my desk. They could put my stapler in Jell-O. And
yes.
he immediately abandons any concern for you or Dogfood and starts to make his way back to the car.
Whatever.
His partner is very much like, what are you doing? And the two on the other side are like, arguing about whether or not they should take the dog to the vet, while the person on their right, their other partner, is like, I should go check out the garage. And the other lady's like, you know what? I think we should probably help these people. They're kind of arguing amongst each other. But one of them does turn around and go back to the cop car.
Okay.
A few things happen here. So I got 6 successes. And I think Ulrika said you got 3.
Yeah.
So it's that difference in margin is what hits you for damage. Do you have toughness?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So as you like sort of push the blade deeper into you, as you like try to get closer to this person, they lean into it as well. And your strength works against you here. The knife comes up from where it was stuck in your sternum and continues its trajectory up into your ribs and into the very soft, gushy parts near your heart.
Ugh.
In one swift motion, because you're guiding the knife and so is this individual, it lodges almost right up here near your clavicle.
Ugh.
And you fall into torpor.
No.
However,
Save me.
Dr. Charlotte, your one success because of this strange sequence of events is enough. You do not have to fight Ulrika. She immediately almost collapses in your arms as you pull back at her, and you deal 1 superficial damage to this individual that's attacking you as the screwdriver gets punched into their shoulder, and you just feel like it's like carrying a doll. Like as you try to wrestle her away from this individual, it goes from like trying to push to just like the sort of momentum of pulling them. It immediately is like easy for you to do. With that, we're at the top of the round. The person that you stab reels back as this like giant screwdriver gets wedged in their shoulder, punching through the soft tissue with your kindred strength. What do you all do?
Avenge me.
So, I mean, you can stay and you can fight, or you can attempt to carry her out of the car.
I'm going to try to get Ulrika away. I'm going to carry her out of the car.
Okay. Tabitha's face up was like, no, this is perfect. This is like, it shows the difference in your, I love this. I live for this. It's the difference between the kindred. One's like, finish the job, and the other's like, I'm a doctor, Jim.
No, I don't expect her to do anything if, like, I shouldn't have even tried to either.
It's
but
beautiful. No, it's amazing. I love it.
He's dead, Jim.
I'm a vampire, not a savior.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to carry Ulrika out of the car? Awesome. Do you employ any of your abilities to make this happen?
Well, I don't think I'm very strong. Like, do I have to like convince Ulrika to let me take her?
I'm dead.
No,
out.
she's
I'm in a
out.
coma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's completely out. I meant more that, like, do you want your retreat to be expeditious, or do you want to employ your stealth, I guess is what I'm saying. Do you try to get as far away from the car as possible, or do you try to drag her out of the car and hide?
I'm going to drag her out of the car and hide.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So you can use your silence of death to cover your tracks a little bit. It is very dark in here. And by all accounts, just from the smell of like vitae and blood in the air, you get the sense that this individual is a human. So you would know that you can see better in the dark than they can.
Okay.
Ulrika won't have to make a stealth roll. Ulrika has the silence of death about her.
Because I'm dead.
You're only mostly dead.
Torpor. Yeah,
You're
only
mostly dead.
on the door, on the death door. I love Jason Carl's way of describing this. Like in torpor, it doesn't take much to kill a kindred. A toddler with a popsicle stick could do it, I think is how he describes it, which is my favorite way to describe it as well. Like not dead, just
pre-dead.
Enough.
easy to kill. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm vulnerable.
Mhm.
Ulrika's least favorite way to be.
All right. So you're going to try to pull Ulrika out of the car and hide.
Mhm.
Elizabeth, Dogfood, what would you like to do this round?
Oh, I am going to. I noticed that the horizon is getting a little lighter than I would like, and I know that
Yes.
we're on there's an emergency inside too.
You're a little bit on borrowed time.
Yeah, I've seen what Elizabeth is doing. I
Yeah,
figure she's got this other guy handled.
Yeah, you can just see that I'm just ready to just start telling these people all kinds of absurd stories to get them
So
to
I'm-
leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna very sadly start to move towards the other policeman,
Mm-hmm.
like and then I'm gonna howl pitiably. But what I'm saying
Okay.
in dog is, Bubba, get ready.
Oh.
Okay.
Because it might come down to a fight with these police officers if they won't leave.
All right. Perfect.
And we like instinctually know the sun's coming up, right?
Are you trying to get close to attack then this round?
I'm not going to attack this round. I'm just going to I'm going to get ready.
You're like readying the action. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not dropping the act.
Perfect.
But I'm just getting into a better position and telling Bubba to get ready because she's in the car.
All right. Perfect. What would you like to do, Elizabeth? Oh, I think you said you were gonna mesmerize the other.
Whoever's looking at me, they're going down. I mean, they're going to check on the oven, and by the oven I mean jail cell that they left unlocked or whatever.
Perfect.
And I might even tell them that, like, also that they're mad because it's that one guy's fault. You know, the guy.
Yeah,
that one
the guy.
And they'll just walk away and just
Ben or
God
Glenn.
damn Ben or
Yeah.
Glenn or whoever did
whoever that dude is.
that one guy.
All right. So, Charlotte, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll your dexterity along with your stealth. However, you can use your silence of death or your unseen passage to I would probably recommend unseen passage to boost that check a little bit.
Yeah, so you said dexterity and stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have stealth?
If you cast unseen passage, we can add those dots to your stealth roll since you don't have the skill naturally.
I will cast unseen passage.
Okay.
And I have 2 successes.
2 successes. Perfect. And you also need a rouse check.
I get hungry.
Okay.
Give it.
Outside, did you pass your rouse check, Elizabeth?
Yes.
Perfect. So you cast the spell. How many successes did you get? Sorry.
Oh, was it still manipulation?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be manipulation and what did I say was earlier? It's going to be manipulation and dominate.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Got no successes. So I think
good.
it's safe to say that.
Why couldn't that have happened earlier?
Good. I got 2. Oh, sorry.
Perfect.
3.
3. Okay. Yeah. So this goes off without a hitch.
Okay.
The 2 officers get in the car, start it up, and start to back up.
All
the
right.
2 cops that are on the other car start to look a little confused, like, where are they going? And then you limp up to one of them. Bubba hops out of the car. And they're just like, oh my God, like, are you sure we can't take this, dog to the hospital? And you're like kind of distracting one of the cops. The other one who was looking towards the garage is no longer looking there at this point because his partner is so obsessed with going to the hospital. And she's like, no, look, it's really injured. And, he starts to come over. Meanwhile, actually, let's see. We've got. Oh. How many successes did Charlotte get?
2.
2. Ooh, it's your lucky day. I only got one. It was on like a lot of dice. Okay. So you managed to pull Ulrika's lifeless body out of the car, and you come down. You manage to jump down. You take. I'm going to say you take probably 1 superficial damage just from the fall because you're so high up and you're trying to be quiet. As you hit the ground, you feel like your ankle kind of crack a little bit. It's fine. You can work through it, you think. And you immediately cast Unseen Passage and you make yourself invisible. And as you do, you very carefully kind of drag Ulrika's body behind you. Not long after, you hear like almost like a sound of feet on a hood, and then on something else metal. And then with a bump and a scrape and a scuffle, you hear it not too far from where you're at, maybe 2 feet off. You think you maybe see a glint of some metal or something, and you feel like you can smell like that vitae pretty close to you. But then the smell gets fainter, and the glint that you saw earlier, you think disappears. By all accounts, you think you've managed to evade this person. It's a close call, but they don't see you where you're currently hidden. You're hidden behind like a stack of tires, maybe 10 feet from where they were. As you're sitting there in hiding, you hear like a door creak on the far side of the garage. Outside, as we cut back to the outside, Dogfood's sort of instinct is right. The light is kind of starting to like barely touch those like very nice watercolors are starting to barely touch the far side of the sky from you. It's not light out yet, but the black is turning to gray at a pace that is a bit disconcerting. And as you're, kind of appealing to the humanity of one of these officers, and she tells the other one, like, look, come over here. Like, this dog's really hurt. We have to take it to the vet. And as he does, something that you are not quite expecting happens.
Oh.
She, in one swift motion, while he bends down to look at to like examine you, Dogfood, takes his head and smacks it very firmly against the car. And then in one like quick, like sort of like almost like nothing happened, grabs him by the back of the the shirt, starts to drag him to the passenger side. And she's like, hurry up and get in. In the car now. Hello.
Dogfood ignores her and runs back to where Ulrika is because she can't
whatever.
leave her pack.
You, Elizabeth.
Excuse me.
Can you get in?
How do you know my name?
My master sent me to grab you.
Who's your master? I'm not getting in a four.
I believe you met him at
Renee.
some party.
We did. Is this?
Don't have time.
Ah! I don't like being rushed.
I get it. I don't like being rushed either. We have to.
The rest of my coterie is stuck in that building. We have to go pick them up. I will get in if you will come pick them up with me.
Yes, of course. Come on.
All right.
And she like throws the unconscious officer in the passenger seat, shuts the door, and then locks it, and follows you to like. She's like, should we drive or should we walk?
I'm walking.
Okay, let's walk then. Kind of walks to where the shutter is half like lifted up. And then like she kind of like groans and tries to get it further up. Do you help her?
Yeah, I'll help her.
Okay.
But
Well,
I'll
your
look
kindred
silly
strength-
doing it.
Your kindred strength, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And she like kind of strains against it, like, kind of like using her legs as best she can. And then eventually gets it up to where she can shoulder it and then just stand and gets it all the way up and looks inside. Hey, are you in here?
We have a getaway car if anyone is in here. Hello, Dogfood, Ulrika.
So I've run in to look for Ulrika and Charlotte.
But you ran away.
But that was the direction I was
She ran
running.
towards the
Oh,
direction of the thing,
Yeah,
so
so-
she probably just snuck under the thing.
So Charlotte, do you hear this coming from the entrance of the garage?
And so I drag Ulrika, trying to drag Ulrika with me out. Being like, hey guys,
Oh boy,
help me.
she's seen better days. Dog
Oh my
food.
god. Ugh. Okay. Yeah. This is
It's
not how I
fine.
expected
Charlotte's a
this to go.
doctor.
I was told to just come here, give a cursory glance, and tell them nothing was going on, set off the alarms, and leave. This is not something.
Well, we
I
were
was prepared
ambushed.
for.
We were ambushed by Inquisition folks, which seems to be that they got away. So just taking us back to our coterie would be a much obliged help. Thank you.
I don't think we have time to get there, but I have a place where you can stay for the night.
All right. It better not smell bad. Okay, everyone
It
into
might.
the car.
So I think my car is still here. So
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Probably best. I can't have all of that genetic material on my car. I still have to figure out, invent a story about how that dude hit his head on the car. Just follow me. I'll lead you there.
All right. Dogfood, please get into Charlotte's car.
Okay. I'm going to turn back into a human.
Mhm.
I'm going to open up the trunk to put Ulrika in there.
There's already a
put her-
computer in there.
no, you're gonna sit in the back with Ulrika.
Okay. Fine.
And
I'm
Bubba?
not gonna argue, even though it would be funnier. Yeah, I get
All
in the
right.
back. Bubba's in the front seat.
All right, I'll get into the back as well, and then just like tell. What's her name, by the way, person, new friend?
And now you notice as you look over at her that she has Brown written like on
Oh,
her.
Brown. All right.
Yeah, an Officer
Yes.
Brown.
Miss Brown, Officer Brown. We are going to follow you to wherever you wish
Yes,
to take us.
yes. If you want to survive the night, yes.
Well, that's always better than not surviving.
We don't have
All
have
right,
time for this,
Fine.
ma'am. Please.
I roll up my window and stare through it like.
She like shakes her head and like goes, and you hear her muttering as she walks to like the driver's seat, and she's like, not what I signed up for, probably gonna blow my entire fucking cover anyways. And she like turns the key, turns the lights off. The sirens have been off from it. She turns the lights off and starts driving. When you follow the dim red lights of her tail lights, and now the sun is coming up at almost an alarming pace. She leads you to what is like basically a property under construction. You've passed by this building a few times, you think. They've got like a proposed land use board on the outside. It's one of those projects that they say they ran out of money while they were building it, and that was 3 years ago. But it's a very low profile area. She casually pulls in, but doesn't get out of the car, and instead like kind of motions to one of you.
Okay, I'll go and help.
In there, if you go to the basement, there's a cellar. You should be fine there for the night.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't say there's food there, but it's a safe house.
That's okay. I'm gonna go and grab Ulrika, give her the old like a fireman's lift,
Yeah.
and try and carry her through to the cellar.
I'll try to talk to my supervisor and
Oh.
see if we can get her some help.
that would be great. I do want to offer my help though. If you can wake up your friend here, I can convince him that you didn't do anything.
Yeah. She kind of like goes over to him and very carefully just like tries to like flick some water from her water bottle in his face until she finally just gives up and just slaps him. And just like a movie, he comes to and he's like, oh my head. What did you
I'll make eye contact with him as fast as I can. And I'm gonna forgetful mind him.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna full on zap him into that. Oopsie.
Perfect.
So that's 3 successes.
Okay. It works.
Okay.
Not expecting it. Did you do a rouse check?
Oh no, I will now. I get hungry.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first time though, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're only
Okay.
at a hunger of I think
2?
1 or 2. Yeah.
I am at 2.
So you go up to 3.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is pretty much just tell him that as he was talking to the dog, like he lifted his head and he like hit it on the car door.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So he hit his head on the car door. He's like,
Yeah.
oh man, I can't believe I did that. And she's just like, yeah, you were out cold. This nice lady helped me get you back into the car.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. My dog is fine. I have to rush her to the vet though because
He's like, yeah. Oh man, that really smarts. It's like on the big lump. I'm sorry about your dog. And then he like starts talking to her about where the other two officers are, and she's like, let's go back to the precinct and find out. And then he's like, what about the break-in? And she's like, it was nothing. Just somebody forgot to set the alarms off or turn the alarms off. And they were going in to do a night round. He's like, oh, like a security guard? She's like, yeah, the usual. She kind of diffuses the situation. And he's like still asking her questions. And she's like, anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful evening and I'll see you later. And he's like, how do we get here? And she's like, well, and you see her kind of like trying to dissuade him a little bit. She's like, they think they saw something over here. Maybe somebody like ran over here. I don't know. That lady's kind of crazy, if I'm being honest. Anyways, we had to drop her off here, her and her dog. I'll help you get to where you need to go. She says to you. And then she like kind of like pretends to give you directions for a minute. And she's like, yeah, so if you just, if you just go left here, you'll be fine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, officer.
Yeah.
Serve
Airbnb
serve
over there.
Serve and protect.
She goes, yes. Yeah, right. And then she like drives away and you still hear her the dude's suspicious.
Yeah.
She's not doing a very good job selling the story. But Officer Brown drives him away, and you are left in front of this sort of like half under construction house. When you carry Ulrika downstairs, the steps are rickety.
Yeah.
There's still like that plastic that's been placed.
I hate that.
A lot of different things to try to like keep it dry from the rain.
No.
Nothing is finished. All of the wood is like unpolished, unsanded. But the structure itself is up and it's pretty sound. And there's concrete on the walls and stuff like that. And some of the drywall is up, but it's just not. It doesn't have those finishing touches yet. As you make your way down to the basement where Officer Brown told you to go, you do find an entrance to a sort of attic. The door itself, like I said, is unpainted on the outside. But when you turn the handle and walk in, you are met with a vision you were not expecting at all. There is beautiful red carpet on the ground. And this entire room is finished, unlike the rest of the house.
Oh, that's nice.
The carpet is beautiful and plush underneath your feet. There's a sleek black desk in the corner. There's sconces on the walls that very dimly light it. It's kind of decorated in a very minimalistic sort of monochromatic style. Everything is red and in muted shades of red. It's very modern. There's some art on the walls, but it's all abstract. And when you close the door, as you close it, you notice like the way it shuts is almost like a sound and light vacuum. On this side of the door, you see there's almost like a lining that fills in every crack of the door so that when it slides shut, swoop, it's like you've shut out the world. There is a lock on the inside that you can turn. And it looks like you are in the safe house of some type of toreador. Because truly, who else lives in this garish type of lifestyle?
Dogfood hates
This is lovely. I'm glad. I thought she said it was going to be smelly, but I'm very impressed.
I like the bare concrete aesthetic of the other rooms.
Can Charlotte potentially like address Ulrika's wounds at all?
That is an interesting question. Ulrika will, I believe, be in need of a meal.
So I might go over and try and feed Ulrika some of my blood to try and wake her up. I know she's not. You can't. You're dead.
This is me.
I was gonna offer. You want some organivore blood?
I can't have an opinion, but I'm just imagining Ulrika hearing it kind of in her little fog,
and
right?
you're talking like, no.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna get on a lot better, Ulrika.
No.
Okay, so you can unconsciously attempt to mend damage. You can try to heal 1 health point per night.
Me?
Yeah. However, if your check to mend your damage drive you to above hunger of 5, you stay in torpor. Like you remain in torpor.
Mhm.
Now to cut short a period of torpor, you can feed a slumbering vampire enough vampire blood of higher blood potency than theirs to slake one hunger.
Oh, and then she can use mine.
Charlotte, you're up. No, yeah, Elizabeth, you're up.
All right.
You're the only one who can do it.
I don't feel like Ulrika is going to be happy with this, so let's just lie to her.
Yeah, fine. You can use dominate. She'll never know.
I don't know if I'll win on that, but sure. I will give her some of my blood to help her heal.
Elizabeth proudly proclaims this. She will do
Yeah,
this.
it's just me. I did this. I am so sacrificial of myself, of mine own blood, to give to my coterie. Never forget this. Never forget this time. I'll give a speech.
And as she stands proudly on the bright red carpet with one finger up and delivers the speech, that'll be where we take our first break for the night. And that'll give me a chance to look up blood bonds as well.